TimeRust.com proudly presents the Time Rust Brain Trust. Hey everybody, and thank you for joining us here on the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast.
Happy New Year!
First of the year, baby!
It is the year 2014.
It's not the first of the year anymore, it's the ninth.
First podcast of the year, you jerk.
It is the first podcast of the
Punch you
year.
in the face. Coming up on our year anniversary. Yeah.
1 year. What's the gift for that? Is it wood?
I don't know. I
Is
was
it
going to say
paper?
podcast 0, but you guys want to wait for that.
We want to wait until we die, and then
I had something I was going to say, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah,
You're fired.
We have a specific audience we have to uphold.
I'm not going to say it.
Anyways, getting on with
It would have been really
introductions.
funny.
To my left is Steve,
Hey guys, what's up?
and to his left is Eli,
Hey, yo, Joe!
and to his left is Marquise,
What it is, folks.
and to his left is me, Nathan. We're going to talk about
Stuff.
And things.
And things. And
lots
and
of fun
doodads.
Actually, a lot of things have happened since we left. We went on a little, holiday hiatus.
Sabbatical.
Yeah.
Because, you know
I
what?
even have video game news now.
I know,
It's
it's
back
weird.
to having video game news again.
Because there was really nothing going on.
There was nothing going on
We
after
still-
the consoles came out.
By the time you hear this, there will be the final part of our 2013 Shindig award show up on the air. So.
Our of the year celebration.
That was
Yes.
a good series of episodes. I enjoyed myself. Including the ones that Marquis
was-
slept through.
Sounded dirty.
Yeah, I slept through. I think I slept through what?
Most of them.
Most. No,
He slept,
I was up through most of them.
I think I
he
slept
slept
through
through
most of them.
half, but how, I don't know. It wasn't like one thing. It was like, he's awake, then he's asleep. Then he's awake, then he's asleep.
Yeah, well, you
He had a pillow on the table.
He's talented.
Pillow on the table. All right, so let's get
weird.
started with Steve. What are you doing?
Well, since we last podcasted, I've been doing quite a good bit of things, actually. First of all, I downloaded, bought, and beat Bioshock Infinite.
That's part of the free
Dun, dun,
PlayStation
dun.
Plus instant game collection for January.
No, I got that. Yeah, but I got mine on the Steam sale.
Oh,
I prefer
I see.
shooters on the console,
Well,
not on console. Excuse me.
You mean on PC?
Yeah, I do. I also bought and beat Metro Last Light. That game was.
Was it scary?
It wasn't super scary, but it was really nerve-wracking because bullets are currency, and you shoot bullets to kill bad guys. And the story was really good. And when you're in tight quarters with a pack of giant mutant rat wolf monsters trying to kill you, and then things are swooping out of the sky, because you go up on the surface and you've got an air filter because the air is still toxic, so you've got that element going on where you can only be outside for certain amounts of time, then your character starts to choke and die. So you're running around trying to find filters and stuff before you suffocate, which was pretty cool.
Jeez.
Yeah, the game was brutal. And it had a really, really solid stealth element. It had some really interesting gun designs because it had like pneumatic guns and stuff that you had to have like air presses and stuff. It's a nuclear apocalypse told from the side of the Russians, and underneath the metro there was like communists, and one was one faction, and then the other faction was Nazis, which was crazy. So
it's the whole universe. The Metro universe is very bizarre. It's just
You think?
it's just weird.
it was a fun game. Like I got frustrated with it. In
It's
certain
one of
points.
them Eastern Bloc experiences.
Yes, because it was built to be mainly used with NVIDIA technology, and I have a Radeon.
So you weren't getting the full experience.
Yeah, apparently not, but I had slowdown in certain parts of the game where I had to actually use my shotgun because it would the frame rate would get really jumpy, so I'd have to, I'd be like, man, this reminds me of playing Counter-Strike back in the day. But
Counter-Strike.
yeah, but aside from those two games, I've been playing a lot of Injustice handheld. I've been doing a lot more with my art. I've started playing games on a site called RollD20.net. RollD20.net is a fantastic internet site for playing tabletop games. If the GM just puts in all the work, they make the maps. There's a fog of war that shows character visibility. It has the site itself. When you start a game, it has built-in voice chat, so it's an all-inclusive thing. You invite someone to a game, they join your game, and my friends and I, our GM is my friend Jimmy. He's in Texas, and we're playing a Diesel Punk Pathfinder game where I'm playing a Warforged brawler, like monk type character.
Is there a subscription fee associated with this site?
No, there is a subscription fee if you wish your player. Like Jimmy's paying a monthly fee so that we can use it on mobile devices and tablets.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a completely free to sign up and use.
Cool.
Yeah, and so I mean, we've got like a character who's like a Rocketeer type guy who's wanting to build like an Iron Man suit, which is my friend Dave, and then Trey's playing an alchemist and who's a Nazi defector, and I'm playing a Warforged who his right arm turns into a machine gun.
Nice.
It's just and my friend Brandon's playing a half orc who uses a chain gun, but he's a barbarian, so he hits people with it and stuff. It's a pretty fun game so far. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and hopefully tomorrow night we'll be starting up Pathfinder Kingmaker again with Justin, where I'll be playing my gnome scientist, which is awesome. But, yeah, I've been doing character sketches, I've been working on some stuff, and some important things are coming up down the pipe as the 15th of this month, which is next week, happens to be my 1-year anniversary with my fiance.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
It's very awesome.
Very, super awesome. And we went to a bridal expo, like a wedding expo last weekend, where I discovered the most amazing thing I've had in a long, long time. It's pulled pork nachos.
Oh.
It's nacho chips with queso cheese.
Did you go to
and then barbecue
Qdoba?
pulled pork on top of that.
Qdoba?
No, this
No?
was in Marietta.
At Qdoba?
No, at the college. It was
At
a
the
wedding
college?
expo thing.
Oh.
And I'm actually looking to have these people cater my wedding because barbecue is.
Do you remember their name?
amazing. No, I can get you the card. I have it at the
Okay.
house.
All right.
Sweet. So we're actually
Because
going
I love good pulled pork.
Oh my god! It was.
Yeah, it's definitely like a good pulled pork, man.
But it was
It's so good.
it was nachos with the spicy queso
Yeah.
cheese and pulled pork and barbecue
Oh
sauce
my
on top of
gosh.
that. It was amazing.
That is awesome.
And they have like seasonal products and things like that.
So that's like what I had at Qdoba
Oh,
last
yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
I went and had the barbecue burrito they have there with pulled pork. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
So good.
we're gonna go talk to the people that might be making our cake next week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
That's fun stuff to do.
things
That's
are
like
getting-
picking out your food.
Yeah, things
picking
are
out
getting
your cake.
started. Like I've got Tux Reynolds to look at and colors the thing, and I'm trying. I tried to convince Stace, but it didn't work out. Since I already have all my groomsmen locked in, I was like, can I have 6? And she doesn't want to do that because I wanted to go with 6 groomsmen and myself, and then each of us would have a black tux with a different tie coordinated with the color of one of the lantern cores.
I knew it.
Yeah.
You're such a Green Lantern, Mark.
I know, right?
You're such a Green Lantern, Mark.
But
That reminds me of a bit of news that I'll share later.
just to
You
make
probably
her-
know where I was going.
just to
with
make
that.
her well, but then we were like, well, people might not like that, so we switched to a fall color scheme. So, but it worked. It's going to work out. I'm pretty excited. The whole wedding thing's coming together. It's going to happen in the Octobers of this year. So we were kind of talking about wanting to bump up the date, but everything's been kind of set into motion already. So
Very cool.
yeah, I mean,
It's exciting.
so I played another tabletop game called Eldritch Horror by the same people that did Arkham Horror, and it's basically a Cthulhu. You fight against Cthulhu and his minions, or different old ones, and everyone picks a different character, and every character has different abilities and stuff. And you are spanning the globe, solving mysteries, closing portals, fighting monsters, and you have to get 3 clues to solve a mystery, and you have to solve 3 mysteries to stop an old one. And if the Doom track progresses to a point, the old one will spawn, and then they start causing all kinds of crazy havoc and trouble. And it's you can get cursed and blessed, and there's spells, and it's a really fun game. It took us about as long to figure out how to play it properly as it did with Firefly, and it was just as fun. And for Christmas I got the Firefly first card expansion called Breaking Atmo, which adds 50 new cards to the game. Super good stuff. So, I mean, I've done a lot of tabletop gaming and carding and drawing and all kinds of stuff. And I read comics, and I didn't hate Green Lantern's New Guardians 25, which was super awesome, actually. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
That's a lot of comics.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff.
I think that you should get a, what was it, when you get married, your ring should fit over your Green Lantern ring.
See, I'm already looking at a wedding band it's a silver band and has a strip of green in the middle. And there's other ones that I've seen.
I'm just gonna buy you a lantern for you. I'm gonna buy you a lantern for your.
I'll put that on my registry.
Yeah, just a lantern. You should buy.
The registry is supposed to be for kitchen goods.
I guess
not like home like accoutrement.
Well, what if the lights go out? Hold on, here's the situation. The power goes out. Okay, the power goes out, and all of a sudden the house is lit by the power of hope. As I'm sitting there with my ring to my lantern, looking around, trying to figure out where's the fuse box and what's going on.
Oh God!
Wow.
Steve's home will be in disarray.
Stacy said I could have a blue lantern on our table.
That's so weird.
I hate this kid. He's such a mark.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Yeah, you actually should get a giant blue lantern.
We're actually most of the decorating, since it's October themed. There's actually going to be normal cool lanterns and leaves and stuff all over the place.
One has to be blue.
One has to be blue.
Blue or green?
Dude,
there might be.
We should get
something
actually
old, something new, something borrowed,
gold,
something
blue.
blue.
Yeah! Win! Anyway, so yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
he really just can't hide it.
Oh.
Eli!
I don't miss that. I
Give a beat.
I don't miss
Bam!
What are you doing?
Well, I've been busy working on my New Year's resolution, which was to finish way more games than I did last year.
Because you failed.
Because
Because you failed a lot.
I feel like I only finished the games that were reviewed on our site,
Did you get your
and
Pokemon
that was
back?
it. It's been delayed.
Oh man, I really need an.
They had those problems with.
so bad.
They had problems with Nintendo Network on Christmas Day. Everybody redeeming codes and stuff,
I hate Nintendo.
and it went down. So they delayed Pokemon Bank.
How do we make internet work?
It hasn't come
from
out yet.
Nintendo
Still, I don't
to
think.
everyone else.
But no, I've
Boo, sir, boo!
since the last time we talked, I picked up my Wii U off layaway, and I've enjoyed playing that.
Did you get Wonderful 101?
I have Wonderful 101.
Good, then your purchase was worth
New
it.
Super Mario U, Mario 3D World, and I got the Wind Waker bundle, so I have Wind Waker HD.
I still need to get the new Zelda game for my 3DS.
Oh, that game is fantastic.
That
That's what's
game's
in my
amazing.
3DS right now. I finished 2 games already off my list. I finished. They were both Wii U games because I was just going crazy, because I was super excited to have that thing because it's a lot of fun. I finished both the Mario games. I finished New Super Mario U and Mario 3D World. Both fantastic games. Mario U was crazy tough on some of the later levels. And I'm looking forward to getting Super Luigi U to make all the levels even more challenging and fast paced, because that it's just such a good system. People really should quit hating on the Wii U and go pick one up, because it's so good. Everything about the thing is so polished and well made. The interface is great. The community features that they have for it are way ahead of what everybody else is doing.
Is that why it was so greatly reflected in its holiday sales when it came out?
I guess.
Which were bad.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are doing. I don't know why.
I understand
I'd
that.
rather
Put my big boy
three-
pants on and get myself a PlayStation.
Yeah, it's $300. Yeah, it's not as powerful as the new stuff, but the games that are coming for it, the games that are out for it now, they're all really good quality experiences, and the community features alone, the Miiverse and all that stuff, it's just a really interesting thing that Nintendo has going there, and I really wish it would be super successful, but I know it's kind of too late already. But whatever games come out for it, I will enjoy them, and I'm already happy that I bought it.
Well, that's your avenue for your games that are aimed at younger people.
Yeah.
Which I saw
Absolutely.
the internet meme earlier. It was Call of Duty players are aimed at this person, and it was like a 20-year-old kid, and then
Yeah.
Pokemon's aimed at this person, and it's like a 10-year-old kid, and then what it really is switched.
Actual audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones that are actually playing. It's like, Mommy, buy me Call of Duty, or I'm going to kill you in your sleep. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Which that actually has happened.
That's happened more
So
than once.
I finished both of those
it's dark.
games. I still haven't finished, a bunch of stuff from last year. That's my resolution. And so far I've been playing way more games than I played most of last year. So
Well, you had game ADD.
I did. I really did. I was a little bit burnt out. There was just too many things coming out all at once, and I couldn't decide what to devote my time to. But now I'm working on a game at a time, and I'm going to progress through each different game one at a time. I'm doing one portable game, one console game at a time.
I'm not playing any portable.
I need a new game for my 3DS.
The Zelda Link Between Worlds.
I heard Link
Done.
Between Worlds was amazing.
It is. It's fantastic.
Which is good because I've been really bored with.
Did you like Link to the Past?
Yeah, I love.
Then this game is
Link
for
to
you.
the Past is my favorite Zelda game.
Then this will be
Which
your
then
new
comes,
favorite Zelda game.
Ocarina of Time.
Well, it won't be better than that, but it'll be.
I'm
This
just-
is a bit better than Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time was just a fantastic game.
Ocarina of Time, Smash Brothers, and Mario Kart, and
Just-
Mario 64.
and GoldenEye. Yes, and GoldenEye.
Validated my 64 purchase.
Yep.
Ocarina of Time, I played that game
I'm
more than I
super
can count.
stoked about Mario Kart 8 and the new Smash Brothers. Like everything they keep
I
showing for
haven't
those,
seen
it
anything
just
on the new
makes me
Smash
go.
Brothers.
Mega
makes me
Man.
wish that those games were out right now. Like
makes me hurt.
They can't be out soon enough.
That makes me hurt on the inside that they have to keep pulling in people like Sonic and stuff.
There's literally nothing wrong with that.
Dude,
they have
well,
so many characters in those games. There's literally nothing wrong with that.
I've seen
Where I'm
the
actually going with
in-game
this is the
play
fact-
for Mega Man. It's amazing.
Here's the
Where
deal,
I'm-
though.
where
Mega
I'm-
Man, where did he get his start? Nintendo.
Where I'm going with this is, it makes me sad.
If you didn't
that a
have
game like
Nintendo,
Smash
you wouldn't
Brothers
have Mega Man.
Is the most recent coverage the Blue Bomber has gotten because his own company has abandoned him.
Yeah.
Okay, that part is
That's
sad.
what I'm saying.
But
That makes me
Man,
sad.
Mega Man Legends 3 is going to be... Oh.
Because I was over at my friend's
Epic
house playing
It's not
Street
funny.
Fighter Cross Tekken, and I was like, Mega Man's in this game, and I was like, oh, it's the Mega Man from the box art of Mega Man 1 for the US release.
Lame.
Sad note. The artist for... I forget now. Video game artist. Some
they did a lot of the covers for games. Like he
Yeah.
did the Sonic Hedgehog 2 cover.
What happened? Did I?
Yeah.
He passed away.
Aw.
Yeah.
Because, come on, how awesome was the Sonic... the Hedgehog 2
It was way more than that. There was a
Yeah.
huge list of things that
Oh,
I
I
was
know.
looking at
The
on there.
Sonic 2
Like,
cover was
but
good.
that's like
Yeah,
that was his
fantastic-
style.
he's a
That
fantastic
describes
artist.
his style the best.
Yeah,
I think.
he was a great artist. It's kind of like when the guy that created Metroid passed away. I was very sad about that. So
Yeah. Other than that, I've just been hanging out, been watching some movies. I finally got to see The Hobbit this past weekend.
what'd you think?
Desolation of Smog, absolutely
I
fantastic.
know, right?
Yeah, but the
Come-
ending... Come on.
What ending?
You can't complain about the ending. There's another movie.
Yeah, I know. I hate the...
It's not really an ending.
That ending was amazing.
I don't
perfect.
like To Be Continued. I hate To Be Continued.
I forgot about the streaming TV.
Guess what? It'll be out this fall.
No, the next movie, I was going to say, that movie will be on Blu-ray in about...
It'll be out
A month or two.
A month or two. It'll be on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And then you can just sit there on the barrel escape sequence and just like loop that all
That's
day
what
long.
I'm probably going to do.
That's what I decided I was going to do. I didn't believe you guys. I was like, nah, it's not going to be that great.
No, it was awesome.
It was insane.
Because when Peter Jackson,
It was completely
He was probably
ludicrous.
saying, he was like, well, I know he's not really in the book, but if I put Legolas in there, I have to make it worth it. So
Yeah.
I believe that Legolas now, he's more powerful than in The Hobbit than he was in Lord of the Rings. He's powered by the force of awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
Well, he's younger.
Powered by
Yeah,
the
he's
force.
100 years younger.
He's 100 years
but
younger,
the elves
so-
are pretty much immortal, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
He's less. So basically, you're saying him being less experienced and more combat ready makes him more powerful, which is strange because he's doing flips and surfing.
He's reckless.
He's the
Yeah.
Dante of the Hobbit because
he's
he was
more reckless.
surfing on monsters. He
Yeah.
surfed on orcs. It was freaking phenomenal.
He's
was
really
like-
crazy. But I was really impressed with everything in that movie. Like the CG, they like even more so than in the first part of The Hobbit.
Okay,
the CG
Which
was
one
even
did you
crazier.
see though?
Huh?
What edition?
I saw the regular,
Not even 3D.
not even 3D,
Yeah, I saw-
regular
gosh.
film edition.
So what did you think about the scope of Smaug? Like the way that he was in that.
Amazing.
It really gave you that
The entire
giant dragon
everything
feel.
under the mountain, everything in
Even though
the
that
Lonely
fight
Mountain
wasn't under the
was
book, it was so awesome.
incredible.
Yeah,
Absolutely
See, I
amazing.
haven't seen it.
you gotta see it.
The,
Cumberbatch as Smaug
The look of
is so good.
just how realistic they were able to capture the orcs and stuff in this one. Mm-hmm. Just how realistic they were able to make those look. Like there was the one sequence where Azog is walking out on that little thin bridge, like in Dol Guldur, where he's walking across that bridge, and just like the perfect weight and the perfect like cadence.
The motion
that he
capture
has,
is fantastic.
It was just unbelievable.
Now Bjorn was awesome.
Yeah.
The bear shifter.
Yeah.
I was like,
That dude was crazy looking.
He was. It was one of my favorite parts of the book too. So good. He's like, I hate dwarves.
So I was super stoked to finally get to see that. I picked up a bunch of comics again. So Christmas and console releases were kind of crazy, so I hadn't been for a while. So I went and picked up another stack of comics. I have all of the Star Wars Black Series stuff now, except for I still have to order Slave Leia and Greedo. But they're not going anywhere because they're not super popular. Nope. Even though Greedo's a fantastic figure. But I'm buying the Slave Leia just because I want to have the whole collection. Because that figure is really terrible.
Does Greedo come with shooting first action?
No, he does not.
Good.
Nor will he ever.
Because Greedo never shot first.
That's right.
Thank you, George Lucas.
No, the only thing Greedo comes with is a blaster, but it will not be fired.
Because that's one of the main parts about like how awesome Han Solo is, where he was like, "Yeah, you think kablam?"
Yeah.
Greedo was like, "I suck at being a bounty hunter."
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, how do you miss from like a table away?
Yeah, you don't. You don't.
And he had like a little tiny holdout blaster, which made no sense.
No.
It doesn't even have a stun.
It was just bad. It was just bad.
It's awful.
Bad change.
Awful.
Let's see. I started watching Arrow. I think I mentioned that maybe on the last podcast or over some of the Christmas ones that we did. But I'm on like episode 13 or 14 of that. It's actually kind of decent.
Yeah, it picks up. That's the thing.
It
keeps going.
Yeah, it does pick up.
Are you in season 1?
I am in season 1.
Is so good.
I was completely confused. I thought Deathstroke was the one guy the whole time, and then it turns out that's not Deathstroke. That's just a guy that's teamed up with Deathstroke that has the same balaclava. So.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I first saw him. I was like, dude, the Terminator's going to kill him. And then, that's not the Terminator.
But
so good.
Yeah, it's all right. There's at times the acting is a little bad, and
it's a TV show.
It's a little bit too hammy sometimes.
Yeah,
a little bit too heavy-handed with some of the melodrama, but
it's on CW.
The action sequences,
I can agree.
The fight choreography and
good.
like all that kind of stuff is really good.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where the plot goes. It's an interesting plot they have set up.
It goes in an interesting way at the end of the first season.
The last episode that I just watched was the one where he's like, Mora, Queen, you have failed this city.
Dude,
that
was
pretty awesome.
Such a powerful episode. I was like, he's going to 86.
That was the last one I watched. No, I watched the one after that because I saw her shoot him, and then everything that played. I watched the one after that, so that's where I am.
Yeah, I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised when I booted up Injustice. I was able to download the Arrow of the TV Green Lantern skin.
Yeah,
and they used the same actor as the voice actor. I was like, yeah, fun.
My sister bought me Burt Wonderstone for Christmas on Blu-ray. That movie is amazing.
Really bad.
You can just quit shaking your head because it was really funny.
I mean,
it was
bad.
contrived.
It was not. It was not contrived.
Yeah, it was.
You're so wrong. That movie, everybody that's hating on it is super wrong because that movie was really funny.
Well, you went in with like horrible expectations. We're like, hey, it's not that bad.
No, I didn't. I went in saying, hey, I bet this movie's going to be super funny because A, Steve Carell, B, Jim Carrey, C,
Bad
Steve
writing.
Buscemi. So, I
D,
mean,
awful execution.
I went in thinking that it was going to be great, and I was not
E, poor
disappointed.
directing.
It was a nice surprise because I'd completely forgotten about that movie, and I knew I wanted to see it, and then I opened it, I was like, yes!
So the
And
rest
so we
of the-
watched it.
I don't know, like looking at
We
the
watched it
actors,
and it was amazing.
looking at the actors alone does not make the movie good. I mean,
It was so much fun.
look at Star Wars episodes.
And Olivia Wilde, she's funny.
I do like her, but I like her when she's not around Jason Sudeikis.
Who?
Well, he wasn't in this movie, so.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah,
She's always around Jason Sudeikis.
because he ruined her.
But,
Anyways.
Yeah, I did.
that was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Good.
That's good.
So,
No one else did.
You know, that's what I've been up to over Christmas and New Year's.
Okay, Marquise, what are you doing?
Well, I've been reading a lot of comic books.
Surprise!
Surprise.
I'm so surprised and shocked.
I
not
started reading
surprised.
Afterlife with Archie, which is a really good take. No, don't. She's shaking your head.
Wait.
Archie surviving the zombie apocalypse.
Okay, that sounds kind
It's
of
a
interesting.
really good take.
Isn't Jughead?
Wait, man.
Didn't he have to kill Jughead at one point?
Jughead started the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
How?
Of course he did.
He went to Sabrina the Teenage Witch to save his dog who died, and I think so, and then they somehow they resurrected the dog, and the dog had like zombie rabies, and it bit Jughead, and then Jughead turned into a zombie, and he started 86ing people. And so
Because
Archie
he likes
and the
the
gang,
cheeseburgers.
Archie and the gang had to run to Veronica's house, and now they're all in the lodge mansion trying to survive.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And so I mean, it's pretty awesome. I started reading that today, and I was like, "Wow, this I can get into this."
Like, this is actually an Archie comic I'm interested in because it has zombies.
I would play that survival horror game though.
That would be it. Will be fun. It'd be, I also read.
Is it dark and like crazy?
It is pretty.
Is it
dark.
kind of like if Scooby Doo took itself more seriously? See, that's what I always wanted. I was like, oh, sweet Scooby Doo.
Exactly.
Millie, the smart kid, the smart kid,
Like, why
and
doesn't
the
the kid with the ascot have a gun? That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, they sat there and they just watched Jughead eat a girl, and they were all just going. And when the smart kid goes, "Do you think?" and the geeky kid was like, "Yeah, it's we need to go." They were like, "We need to go.
We should do this."
They were like,
away
they went to Archie, was like, "Archie, it's a zombie apocalypse. Don't think about it. Just accept it." I was like,
Just peace out.
Bravo. Just accept it. I was
Peace
like,
out, Boy Scout. Oh man,
but I read all new X Factor #1.
how's that?
It's pretty good. I like this team they're building. So far the team is Polaris, Quicksilver, and Gambit. And along the way they pick up Warlock and Cypher from the New Mutants, and they pick up Danger from Astonishing X-Men. So I mean they're gonna have a really crazy team, a very techie team, because with Danger and Cypher and Warlock being a Phalanx, and Danger being a Shi'ar AI, and Cypher being the communication, he can communicate with everything. They're gonna have a really techie feel to the team.
The only way they could get more techie is if they added Forge.
Yeah, but right now, Forge is in his own crossover right now.
Episode number 2, we added Forge, and you're like, yay!
He's over in I don't know if he still is, but Cable and X Force, right?
Yeah, Cable and X Force. They're doing their crossover right now with Uncanny X Force. They're fighting Strife. I read a couple other books. I read Forever Evil #5 was freaking amazing. I'd say is Yola and her Batman.
Yellow
showed
and
up.
Batman.
I was so jazzed. I'm like, Forever Evil I think it's been a mediocre thing so far. Save some of the one shots. The one shots and some of the side stuff's been good. Arkham War is amazing. Bane and the Arkham Nuts with Batman supposedly gone, they go on a rampage for the city. And Bane decides that he needs to take control of the city, and to do that, he dresses up as Batman.
Interesting.
He's big Batbane, and it's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he gets a Talon, and he gets one of the new Talons, William Cobb, who's Nightwing's grandfather, as his sidekick. So he's got basically an undead warrior who can't die, and Bane, and they're going to be guardians of the city because Batman's gone.
That actually sounds amazing.
That sounds amazing.
That's why I subscribed to that thing, because I was just like, this is going to be ridiculous.
Bane as Batman trying to keep the city under control. So good.
How long are they going to run this? Is it going to be like
well, for every
just
evil,
a year? Or?
Well, after Forever Evil, they're planning on doing another, like, they're going to do the 5-year jump after this, I think. And then they're going to do another, they're going back to weekly, they're going to do some weekly stuff, and it's going to get more involved with the more of the evil stuff and the bad guys doing things.
Cool.
But what else I've been reading? Let's see. Sorry, I got to go through my queue real quick because I read a lot, and it's just, hey, don't shake your head at me, man. Oh, I read Ultimate Comics Cataclysm. Miles Morales just revealed to his father that he's Spider-Man, and his father just basically left him. Yeah, it was deep.
That's racist.
Why would he do that?
Because he blames his son he blames him for the death of his wife.
Oh.
And his father's pretty the racist towards the superheroes and the mutants and stuff, and he thinks Miles is a mutant. So he straight just left him. Miles told him, "Stay here. I'm going to go help people." And he came back for him, and he was gone.
Oh.
Meh. And then Reed Richards, they had to take Reed Richards to the Ultimate, the 616 universe. That was something. That was good. Let's see. We're reading more Batman. You know, his Batman's been good stuff, and
of course it's Batman.
It's Batman. I'm Batman. I've been watching some Netflix. I've been watching some. I watched Power Up Kids, from the Thailand with the Muay Thai kids, and what happens is the little brother gets sick. He needs a heart transplant, and the hospital that he's in with the heart transplant gets taken over by terrorists. So these 5 kids who are like Muay Thai masters got to go in this hospital and
bust it up.
And
nice.
Then the last scene was awesome, and the last fight scene with the head boss was amazing. It was just hardcore.
Yeah, I've actually been watching a lot of kung fu movies recently.
Yeah.
Tai Chi Hero wasn't bad.
Tai Chi Hero was
It was fun.
It was fun. It was very fun, and Tai Chi Zero was fun, and Hero was fun, and
Man of Tai Chi is really good.
Mm.
Whoa.
I'm Keanu Reeves.
I know Tai
I want to
Chi.
see 47 Ronin, but
I heard that movie was boring.
I know how to act.
And that's why we didn't stage a coup and watch it.
I watched.
Swords.
I read New Avengers number 13. I finished up a lot of the stuff, the Infinity stuff at the Thanos. It's getting real.
Real silly?
No,
Real good? We're like,
Yeah.
it's getting real up in here.
It's getting real good, and they're leading up to a lot of things. That Marvel's just announced a whole slew of things, like including bringing back Amazing Spider-Man.
The actual book.
Yeah, and
Good.
we don't know if it's Peter Parker.
It has to be Peter Parker, because that's the only way that you can be an Amazing Spider-Man.
Not unless Miles Morales goes to the 616.
Oh,
Bam!
no!
Spoil!
But Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
No.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
No. Doc Ock is Spider-Man.
No. Doc Ock is
Ben
not
Riley.
Or Ben
Actually,
Riley.
I would be.
Or Ben Riley.
Scarlet Spider is a good book.
Yeah, and
Venom's
which
really
got canceled, unfortunately. But Scarlet Spider will be in New Warriors. The New Warriors book is coming out.
I have the first the original Scarlet Spider 5-issue run back during the really awfully written Clone Saga 2.
Oh,
Where
Saga.
Ben Riley was the clone was really the real Spider-Man, and Peter Parker was really the real Spider-Man, but the clone was the real Peter Parker, and you're like, that doesn't make any sense.
I watched some of CES. I watched the Michael Bay meltdown, which was hilarious.
Where the teleprompter was going wrong.
What does Michael
Actually,
Bay know
it
about?
wasn't that it was going wrong. It's that he just came out and started reading off of it instead of waiting his turn. And then everything got confused.
And then he was like, I'm sorry. He's like, what do you know about... What do you care about? Since when do you care about a script? You're Michael Bay.
Wow.
So, I watched some of that. I watched a lot of wrestling.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, that's how I roll. But I just a lot of Christmas. Did some stuff, Christmas stuff. Got a tablet. Got you guys some awesome things.
Yeah, I know. Got a sweet Power Ranger Blue Lantern action figure.
I brought.
It's going on my desk.
See? So I got these guys some awesome things.
Right next to Brawl Bear Mantle.
Mine's coming soon.
Yeah, your Spider-Man Into the Earth is coming. I got my sister some cool things, and and then they got me Uncanny X-Force off the final arc book 1. So that was cool. I read that, and
Nice.
I read Wolverine the X-Men book 3. They bought me that. So yeah, just a lot of reading and just chilling. I haven't gone to the movies in forever. That's one of my New Year's resolutions is I gotta get
back to the movie.
because there's a lot of blockbuster movies in 2014, and
Yeah, I know.
Nah, nothing.
I'm looking forward to
There's
RoboCop.
basically nothing coming out.
Yeah,
Nah,
so
nothing. No.
I need to get up on that. But that's pretty much it. What I've been doing, brother.
So, Nate, what have you been doing?
What have you been doing?
Well, let's see. Went to the ER. That was fun.
Doesn't sound like
Yeah,
a good time.
Yeah.
Heard about that.
We were
And,
concerned.
Glad you're okay.
Well, it was fun thing. When someone says, "I'm pretty sure I've got sinus infection combined with my fatigue and dehydration," it's probably why I'm here. If someone's like saying that, and you look them over, and
Probably hook them up with an antibiotic or something, right?
Or a,
Right,
a
right.
rehydrating IV.
Yeah.
oh, hey, a funny thing. If the guy's literally sitting there going, "I'm really thirsty," and the size, water.
Water would be good.
Antibiotics.
Why?
Yeah.
What's
Guess what? I didn't get.
neither of those things?
Correct. I got a.
You got a
I
bill.
I got a thing to
For
spray
those.
up my nose and some cough syrup.
Neat.
And then when I went to the doctor on Monday, he gave me some antibiotics, and I was fine after that. Survived the polar vortex.
Polar
whatever.
Vortex sounds
Polar
so
vortex.
awesome.
The polar vortex. We
That
all
was
survived
fun.
it. That was very not fun.
It was
awesome,
the
dude.
real feel at one point was like -20.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was so happy I was in my house the entire time. It was amazing.
I did not
got
go to
a-
work.
got a-
I took care of old people.
Today was the first day I went to work all week.
That's
So,
nice.
That was
I've been to work.
was fun.
I never missed a day of work for weather.
It let me catch up.
I didn't
Yeah.
miss a day of work for weather.
How
but-
many blocks do you walk to get to work?
0.
Oh, okay, shut up. So, anyways, going on.
I walked in a blizzard.
I walk
But then-
to
well,
my car,
no, that-
and then I drive my car to Dunkin' Donuts and get coffee, and then I drive across the street to work, and then I walk out of my car into the nice warm building.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's literally you walk across the street. It's right
It's
there.
20 feet.
He drives his car.
Next on Time
Well, 'cause
Rush
you-
Brain
it's 'cause
Trust,
you can't go through the
Eli
drive-thru.
turned into Jabba
That's right.
the
You can't go
Hutt.
through the drive-through
on foot.
Yeah.
No.
But
That's. I mean, it's the
But-
the words and the definitions in the name. Drive through. Doesn't say walk through.
You have to drive.
Anyways,
when
let's see.
when
See,
it
I got
snowed,
you
I
back,
had to
Eli.
walk the work in the snow that night.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was awesome.
that does suck.
You could call it. I would have driven you.
No, it's just like
Oh,
okay.
gotta give a friend a ride, man.
But then
That was
fun
Shoot,
stuff.
You should have called me because, I literally could have driven you.
Oh, it was
Because
at
he's
night.
right there.
Because you're literally
Oh,
across
it's
the
at night.
street from his work.
I was gonna say if you were going.
I was going home, yeah. I was going home. If I'd have saw you, I'd be like, hey, easy, can you spare a couple
I was
minutes?
gonna say.
Yeah,
I thought maybe you meant you
that
were
was
like
not
in
a
the
good
morning.
thing.
Nah, I was walking at night.
I walked outside and I woke up and I looked at my thermometer, the temperature gauge on my phone, and the wind whipped across my car, and I was like, I'm not going to work.
Nope.
You whipped the wind back and forth.
They shut the job site down for the first 3 days of the week because you can't work in those conditions, and when you're laying brick and block, the mortar will freeze before it gets to the wall.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah,
No,
it's ridiculous.
You can't do anything.
It was stupid cold. It's never been that cold here
No.
in my
It's
lifetime.
gonna be the winter's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Anyways, jeez. It's gonna get worse, guys.
Winter is coming.
Knuckle up, ninjas. So,
So,
anyways,
So
I played some Saints Row 4, and it's absolutely amazing.
I gotta beat that game.
That game is so fun. It's ridiculous
It
because
is.
it takes from all of my favorite games, and I don't care. I'm like, okay, you're just stealing from everyone now. I'm okay with that. It steals from Mass Effect. It steals from Prototype and Infamous.
What did it steal from Mass Effect?
Should I tell him?
Yeah, you know.
Really sweet stuff.
there's a what was it? There's a spaceship, and that's where your crew is, and you can romance them. There's literally you can either talk to them or hit a button and romance them. And I haven't romanced anyone yet because I don't want to know.
You didn't romance Keith David immediately?
That's actually an option.
You're just like, immediately push the button. You're like, I can't push this button fast enough.
Come on, player.
Because that was the
You
first
can't-
thing I did as soon as I got on the ship. I went up and hit the
Keith-
romance button.
Keith David's the only person that rejects you.
Oh man, I don't
Judges
wanna,
you really bad.
It was
I don't
really
want to
silly.
know what happens when you romance the certain
Kinsey?
Never mind.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't ruin that for the guys. But anyways, it's absolutely
I'll need
amazing.
to play this game.
It's so much fun. It has all the cool things that an open world game should
No,
have.
does it have Burt Reynolds?
No Burt Reynolds, but Burt
no,
Reynolds
he's
is
not
substituted
in
by
this
Keith David, so you got a lot
Yeah.
of Keith David in it. And
You have
and-
Keith David as himself.
He guest appearance by the hot rod Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
I have to play this game.
Oh,
They did
also.
the whole They Live segment.
Oh,
No way!
it has
with the glasses and everything.
They steal from was it Crackdown, and that you have to go around and collect orbs and stuff.
Oh my god! Did they steal from the first Assassin's Creed, where it's like collect 100 flags in every location? No,
Well, you got to collect the orbs, so it's kind
There's
of like
collectibles.
Yeah.
I know, but like when you were collecting 100 flags in each city, that was really awful.
No, that was terrible. They didn't go. They know that's bad, so they're like, we're not going to do it. They steal good stuff.
It's more from like Crackdown. The more orbs you take, the stronger you can get, and then you can upgrade your powers.
Yeah, because there's RPG elements, and you have powers now. So
Isn't it because the world gets destroyed and you're stuck in the Matrix?
the Matrix.
Isn't that pretty much what it is?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I gotta play this game like
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
I know what
This
I'm
game
doing
is
after
amazing.
work.
Um,
I'll be like, sorry, Justin, I can't play Pathfinder. I'm playing Saints Row 4.
it's so good.
And he'll
yeah.
be like, video games?
And then Justin will be like, did you say Saints Row? That's perfectly illegal.
All I can say is when all you hear is "You've got to touch," and you're done. I was done when
I don't
songs
know.
in the
I don't know
game?
what you're talking
That song.
about. Dang it.
You don't know when it's going to happen. You
Yeah.
don't know where it's going to happen. You just know the songs. You know the songs in the game.
Because
When you hear that song,
I got to turn the radio on more often. Is what
Yes,
you're saying?
you have to turn the
Because
radio on.
I've heard some great. Well, no, there's some great
there
things
was
that
some
happen.
really good music in that game. They went all out for the game.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
It's extremely.
If I
And
get
you just can't hide it.
that's the
We
second
already
time
made
that's
we
happened.
already did that. It's just a repeat. Let's see. I watched. Let's see. Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, over
what's
the
that?
weekend. Okay, there's Paranormal Activity, the main storyline. Okay,
There's
and then
4 of those.
there's 4 of those, and then the marked ones is a side story that's actually really good, and just in terms of story, because it starts off with
Give me the rundown.
this guy is a high school graduate. He just turned 18. It's the not hidden camera, but
Handheld camera.
handheld
They're
camera,
all
found
footage
footage,
stuff.
right? So it's so awesome because he is just regular kid, and then something happens, and he gets powers. I don't mean like something amazing happens, like just he gets powers. Now, around that time, there was a murder in his complex. He's got one of those like horseshoe complexes that has like the little
Cul-de-sac and stuff.
yeah, little promenade and everything. Yeah. So he lives in one of those. Underneath him was a woman everyone called a witch.
Okay.
Guess what?
She actually was! Not surprising.
But guess what? One of his classmates, in the first like 35, 40 minutes, starts acting strange and kills her. You're like, wait, isn't she the bad guy of this? No.
No, she comes
She was
back
the
and
good guy?
haunts them.
Nope, she doesn't.
She puts a curse on
Nope,
them.
she
She
didn't.
marks them.
No.
She gave him powers
She's
to
dead.
combat
She's gone.
evil people.
Nope.
It's just she just gets aced. You're like, oh, she's a witch. Now she's dead.
Well, then they start exploring her
apartment?
Her apartment. Because that's smart. Because the guy that killed her had come from there, and he left the window open. So they grabbed a ladder, went around back, climbed up, and went inside. And it's the main character, his best friend, and then the girl that the main character has always had a thing for, but they never hooked up. Her name's Marisol, which is a pretty name. So anyways, they do all kinds of...
parasol.
I know. They do the usual, like, stuff is jumping, woohoo.
Jump scares.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, they do it really well in this. There's
Unlike the previous 2 or 3 Paranormal Activity movies, where you're just like, ugh.
well, 4, even the creator admitted 4 wasn't very good. But the where they're going with it, just so you know, like I'll just ruin the story.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you guys don't really care, and
right.
anyone listening might care. So spoilers.
Don't listen until we say no spoilers.
So anyways,
Yeah.
so here's what happens. The kid's getting powers, right? And he breaks out the Simon Says, old school, you press the little button, it goes beep, 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 beep. It stops working, and they're trying to figure out why. They say...
Because of evil, obviously.
Yeah, a demon is using it to connect with them. Like a Ouija board, but instead of a Ouija board, because who has a Ouija board?
So, are you saying that the Simon that I've loved and played since I was a child is a portal of connectivity to the underworld?
Well, electronics are in this. So...
I gotta go dig that out of the closet.
It says, how
Throw
are you...
it away.
What was it?
Was it talking?
Well, no. They would ask questions, and green was yes, and red was no.
Oh, red light, green light. Cool.
Uh-huh. So it kept doing that, and then they say, so, are you good? And then
Yellow.
nothing happened.
It was just like blue.
It should have all just gone, bling. But they keep investigating, and then the main character, I think his name is David, I can't remember.
For the duration of this podcast, his name will be Greg.
Yeah. He was starting to get really, really jerkish and act weird. And then his powers kept getting stronger and stronger, and his eyes started tripping out.
So he was demon possessed?
Yeah, he is to become... Basically, he's marked. He has a bite mark on him as a demon bite. And when he turned 18, the demon came and, started the process. Now, the witches have been performing rituals on him, and he would disappear. And no one knew, because they weren't following him all the time. Well, turns out that the girl that survived the second movie had started up like some sort of like internet thing. And because she was the husband's father. You have to watch them to get it. Yeah. Anyways, the husband's father. No, the husband's daughter.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she survived because she wasn't home when bad things happened.
When the whole thing went down in the second movie.
Exactly. So she's like, oh, I gotta tell people about this and blah, blah, blah. And the guy that had killed the witch came back, caused more chaos, then jumped off a building, killed himself. But not before saying, by the way, the only way to escape this is to kill yourself.
So he was demon possessed too.
He was becoming possessed. Within 1 month, he would be completely possessed.
Neat.
In that apartment, they found a trapdoor. Underneath the trapdoor is some witch lair that's not very well built. Someone had just dug some stuff up. Well, the main character went down there, and this was one of the freakier parts. And you just see him like turn, and in the preview you saw 2 little girls with like black eyes. That's where he sees that. He just turns his body, or he's got the camera and he turns, and you just see the 2 little girls, and like, just saying weird crap. And then you hear something, and it sounds like hooves, like heavy, heavy hooves. And then you don't see anything, but you see like they have plastic tarps everywhere that have been cut to make like curtains. You see them parting quickly, and then and then it's running, and then it just hits the guy, and then the video ends. Then he starts acting really weird. So
it's kind of like the first couple of Paranormal Activity movies where you don't see the demon, you just hear it.
Yeah, but now this guy is getting possessed by the demon, and we're watching that happen because Katie was getting possessed by a demon, and you don't really see other than, hey, there's Katie being possessed by a demon. So here's the cool thing, though, all right? In the third movie, it was a prequel. And
yeah, I remember that. It was about their childhood.
It was about their childhood. You find out what made them so weird. And it ended on this ranch full of witches. Yep. And, of course, her mom was killed. Her
stepfather was folded in half, I think.
And, yeah. And
pretty sweet, actually.
the sisters were turned into witches because they had powers growing anyways.
Yeah.
So, in this movie, they say, okay, they have a base here. Let's go get them. And it's 2 gang guys. And they have like a nickel-plated shotgun and an Uzi. And they're just ready, You're like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
And the witches totally destroy them?
the demon kills the guy with the Uzi. You find him, and it looks like something stepped on him on his back. Then the other dude had the shotgun, and he was just taking out witches left and right. They're coming at him with daggers, like going, "Rah!" You know, and
like
he's
Indiana Jones style, and he's just killing them.
Oh yeah. No, it reminded me of Army of Darkness a little bit.
Okay.
So, when he's just like, here's my boomstick. But he wasn't corny like that.
That would have been amazing if he was.
And they go to the stables.
You want some?
And there's women just in stables because they're being held for whatever reason. And then they go to...
Weird.
So you're seeing like these people getting picked off. The guy with the shotgun, you don't know what happens to him. But the best friend is like, oh man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? He's like running around this house. He keeps thinking he's going to die. He's going to die. And he goes into a room. And he's like, Marisol, where are you? Her body falls through a glass ceiling. Like, oh,
there she's dead.
And then he runs upstairs and he can't find a place to go. And he's looking in this room and there's like a demonic circle on the ground and a wooden door with stuff etched on it. Mm-hmm. Well, they had been reading some of the books that the witch had left behind. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that they're able to do is open up a doorway to some sort of hell dimension.
And that's where the demons come from?
And that's where all this madness comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? These these doors and the dimensional fluxes do more than just let evil in and out. The guy opens the door, runs into it. And of course the camera goes crazy because it can't film in that area because there's always an electromagnetic field because of the evil. He keeps running, and then suddenly everything gets back into focus. He's in the house from the first movie.
Wait, it was like a portal?
Yeah.
So he's in the first, like, the loft apartment thing.
Well, no, it was a
like
full
a two-story
house.
house, yeah.
It's a little two-story house. And do you remember in the first one they had toward the very end you hear something downstairs and you don't know what it is?
That big thump noise?
Yeah.
And the girl, that's when the dude runs downstairs and is murdered.
You see what happens.
What happens?
He, what was it? The dude's standing there like, what? Ma'am, you gotta help me. Help me, please, help me. He doesn't realize
She's demon possessed.
she's demon possessed. And so it's like, oh man, this is nuts. And then she goes to the kitchen, pulls out a butcher knife, and he walks up and he's like, ma'am, help me, please.
And she kills him?
No, she just goes, help, Micah! You hear her scream. He goes downstairs, and then he's like, what's going on? Who's this guy? And he starts beating the crap out of the dude. Stands up. She just walks over to Micah and just starts,
gutting him.
And then the guy's like, what is going on? I am getting out of here. And then suddenly, his best friend that's demon possessed just comes from behind, kills him. And it's like, oh, he didn't make it. And then you see the girl come over, look at the camera, lean down, press the button to stop recording. I was like, okay, that messed with my mind a little. That whole thing just tied all the movies together. And it was a side story. So, anyways, 5 is coming out this fall. No, this side of the room doesn't care. But story-wise, they're actually kind of building towards something. They said there's going to be an ending. There's going to be a real finale. And they admitted 4 was bad, so...
4 was... I never saw 4 for that reason.
Boring.
Where it was like, oh, there's a little kid. Oh, there's demons and stuff. Little kid.
Well, I mean, it kind of expands upon stuff you saw in 3, but it didn't really
I was like,
do
so
anything.
the demon wants the kid... So basically, the kid in 4 is the little boy from 2? Is that
Yeah,
what it is?
and the whole point of it is... And it's not the kid...
The demon was promised... The kid was promised to the demon, though.
Well, the whole point of it is the witches are raising an army of demon warriors.
Neat.
So they are kidnapping these firstborns. The mother has to be marked while she's pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And they're showing, like, you see this happen in the marked ones. Which, I don't know who the marked ones really are. Is it the mother? Is it the child? Is it both? Anyways, so it was actually kind of interesting. I read a ton of comics. And I watched The Return of Community.
Oh, yeah, it was so good!
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I did watch that.
1 hour.
Oh,
It was amazing.
So good.
It was amazing.
It was some of the best TV I've seen in a long time.
It was...
So happy to have Dan Harmon back.
It
was well worth the whole wait.
It was so good.
Season 5, Episode 1 was literally called Repilot. Because they're redoing the entire show. They're like, yeah, 4 had some issues. I mean, it was nice and it kept it going, and people didn't have to go
But
through
they
withdrawal.
got the main guy back in for 5, and it's gonna be good.
I love how so what's his face? Donald Glover's leaving.
Yeah.
Chevy
Stupid.
Chase is gone.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Donald Glover makes a comment because they compare the show to Scrubs.
Oh
the-
yeah,
the
and
new
I was
season.
like, that's pretty fitting considering he's abandoning the show.
Exactly, and only certain people would know that, and that's
Yeah.
why it was hilarious. Because he makes a comment about Zach Braff leaving. He's like, Zach Braff left after all that Scrubs did for him. Who does he think he is? We're all like, shut your mouth. You didn't get to be Spider-Man, and now you're leaving the show. Wham, wham, wham. So, anyways, it was outstanding.
It was good.
Yeah, I played some Black Ops 2, decided I'm done with Black Ops 2, returned it to Marquise. And decided I'm going to move on. I'm waiting for Eli to finish or get to a certain point in Dead Rising 3 so he and I can bust it. And you see, the thing is, I'm at the S ending, and it's not hard to get. And I just need someone there with me to help because it's freaking hard at the actual ending. Because you have to have impervious vehicles, and it would help if I had a bunch of followers, but the storyline didn't allow that. So
Yeah, I had trouble. I had to replay. I was playing BioShock Infinite on hard mode, and the one part of the ending where you were controlling the songbird, that was really hard.
Yeah. Ooh.
I was like,
it was hard enough as is.
it was hard on
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
mode. Like I switched it to. I played through it. I'm playing through on hard, but I was like, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous in a good way, but I was like, this is really hard. Because after all the guns that I played and upgraded, I went through the entire game pretty much with the hand cannon and the crank gun, because I don't know why you would not want the crank gun.
It cranks.
And it kills everything.
I bought the anime pack for Saints Row 4.
It's I'm going to buy it soon.
I don't know how to get the weapons though.
What are you talking about?
Can I go to? Don't you have to go to the Go to the.
Describe this anime pack to me.
You get a Buster Sword.
Yeah, you get a Buster Sword, and you look like the dude from Final Fantasy VII. Actually, it's a cross between him and Gatsu from Berserk.
Don't need it.
It's pretty cool.
Don't need it. I don't like Final Fantasy VII, and Guts was only cooler after the
Oh,
show
did you
ended.
get the Spartan Assault?
No, I haven't got
need to
Spartan
get that.
Assault.
I bought it. Not really super enthusiastic about it.
Not anymore?
You're like, it's a game.
It's a game.
I still didn't
not-
know.
Really catching my interest. Kind of wish I didn't buy it.
How much did it cost?
$15.
Yeah, but if you would
Dude.
buy like anything Microsoft, otherwise it would have been like a
Like
mobile
free.
device.
Peggle is way better.
No, I don't know about that.
Peggle 2 is
I
way
think you're
better than
lying to
Spartan
yourself.
Assault.
You just no.
I'm not lying to myself. It's true.
I no.
No,
But,
you're not lying to yourself. You're just lying to us. Those words
but
are
yeah.
poison.
And I read a
Maybe
lot.
co-op will be fun.
That's the thing. So, did you get it on Xbox One?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to get on that then. Well, although you haven't played a single thing with me yet, so you're like, I'm Dead Rising. Gonna go play something else.
Because I'm like...
You're like, Dead Rising was fun. Gonna go play some Batman.
So
Alright, that's on the list too. I gotta finish that game.
the
I
other
gotta get that
thing,
game.
the other thing was,
Origins was.
I've
so
been
good.
reading a ton of comics. Lisa got me comics. My folks got me just a couple, but Lisa got me a bunch of comics, and then I treated myself to some comics. I'm like, hey, comics, and I got Scarlet by Brian Michael Bendis.
I read the first couple issues. It was pretty good.
It's really good because whenever they team up, good things happen. Hence, me buying Moon Knight, which is actually really good because that guy is crazy and the art is amazing and it's a great book. I'm not even done with the first.
Is that the one? Is that the arc with he's with Captain America and Wolverine and Spider-Man?
Yeah, he has the voices of Captain America, Wolverine, and Spider-Man in his head, and he's Moon Knight. And sometimes he dresses up like them.
Neat.
He dressed up like Spider-Man to go take on some bad guys, but then had these little things that pop out to make claws. So, because he's crazy. But he's really
But
smart.
Spider-Man had claws like that at one point, right?
Before.
Before the Mephisto thing.
Yeah, he had
Stingers.
Stingers.
Anyways,
What else you get?
the sword.
The whole book, whole series, or just
Yeah, the collection, the giant collection.
nice?
What'd you think?
It's really good. It's by the Luna Brothers. They make these great stories. They don't do like one series. They do stories, and then they stop and they start another series. And it's 2 years of a comic. The ending was super sad and fitting, but it's really good. It's really well done. It has a surprise twist at the end. I did not see that coming.
As long as it wasn't the scrolls, that's a good idea.
No, well, this is
We
it's
we
Image.
explained the last 5 to 10 years of bad writing with it was the scrolls.
Which actually works. So, and then they killed off most of the scrolls, and they're like, "Yeah, well, that's what you get for bad writing." And then they're
The Scrolls are making a comeback, the boys.
one day. But I read a lot of comics. I didn't get to watch a whole lot of movies. Got caught up on Once Upon a Time.
I watched a lot of comic-based TV shows. I watched the entirety of Justice League Unlimited, and I'm in the middle of Batman Beyond right now.
See, I bought Justice League, and I almost bought Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond is so
But
good.
I was upset because I was like, I don't know if I want to spend this much on it, and then I didn't. And I'm like, maybe I should have gotten the DVD. I don't know.
Batman Beyond is such an amazing show. I'm really sad to see it go.
Well, fear not, because DC Nation will be making Batman Beyond shorts.
Good.
You know what I would rather have? As much as I love Batman
I'd wear
Beyond?
Batman Beyond shorts.
Yeah.
I missed this podcast.
So, anyways,
I just want to see Young Justice again.
Marquise, you want to whip out some news?
Yeah, we just now getting to the news section.
Well, dude, we've been away for like 3 weeks.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, it made
We
sure we
haven't-
all had time to unload. And I
Alrighty.
know I forgot stuff.
So, Frozen was number 1 with $19.5 million.
Heard the movie was super good.
Yeah. Paranormal Activity, the Mark one's number 2 with $18.3 million.
What?
The Hobbit, Destination of Smaug, was number 3 with $15.6 million.
It was good.
Wolf of Wall Street was number 4 with $13.2 million. American Hustle was number 5 at $12.4 million. Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues, came in at number 6 with $10.6 million.
Never saw that one.
And number 7 was Saving Mr. Banks with $8.6 million. Number 8 was The Secret Life of Walter Mitty with $8 million.
Bomb!
Kristen Wiig ruins everything.
And number
Quit
9,
putting her in things.
well, Anchorman made its money. It made double its money, so she doesn't ruin everything. Number 9 was The Hunger Games Catching Fire with $7 million.
Still,
Yes, and that's for
that was actually a really good movie.
grossed $400 million worldwide.
That's brutal.
Yeah, they had a smackdown on the Wonder box office. And number 10 was Grudge Match with $5.3 million.
The Grudge Match.
Nah.
And
Old guys box.
that's the top 10 stuff. Easy, you got.
What's
Yeah.
the- what's
James!
Tell me the games of
Let
losing.
me
Video
catch us up a
games.
little bit here. Over the break, I'm just going to read out a couple notable ones that came out. Dr. Luigi is available for the Wii U download. It's Dr. Mario, but they've got a little bit of a spin on it. They've got different like pill combinations and stuff. So,
Nintendo, it's a cereal.
let's see. Kingdom Rush is available on PC and Mac now. Don't Starve came out as part of the January PlayStation Plus games. You can get it for free, or it's $15. So it's finally available on consoles. Fantastic game. You should pick it up. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance made its way to PC, so if you haven't gotten a chance to play that game yet, go ahead. It's really good. Wii Fit U is out. And coming next week, we have Assassin's Creed Liberation HD. This was the Vita Assassin's
that
Creed
one
game
was
where you
really
play
good.
as a girl.
What now?
And it's coming out for PlayStation 3 Network and PC. I would imagine there's going to be a retail copy as well. That would be silly not to. Unepic is coming out for Wii U. I'm not sure what that is, but
What if the game was terrible on purpose?
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't sound
Unepic.
very good.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
Not epic.
but yeah, there's it's January. There's not really anything.
It's
coming
building
out.
Oh.
up to February.
I know.
That's really all there is.
Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds
Gotta get it.
is absolutely fantastic.
It's the first Zelda game I've wanted since Ocarina of Time.
That was out. I don't think we really got a chance to mention it on here.
No.
That game is absolutely fantastic.
Late bloomer.
It's out.
I'll be spending my time playing Dead Rising 3.
Yep.
Saints Row 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Rise.
Yeah.
So, those are all good games.
There was also
Maybe not
CES is happening this week, and there's a little bit of video game news coming out of there because video games are electronics. So Sony announced their video game streaming service, PlayStation Now, which is going into closed beta toward the end of this month.
It's basically the Gaikai,
yep.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they're using their Gaikai stuff that they bought a couple years back. But it's going to initially roll out to PS4 exclusively, and then eventually it'll roll out to other platforms as well. Like they're going to do the Vita, and then eventually Sony Bravia TVs will have it built in. You'll be able to do it on tablets and smartphones.
That would be amazing. I wouldn't have to buy a Vita.
Yeah, so crazy things. Well, I mean, it's not going to stream Vita games.
Don't crush my dreams.
It's going to stream PS3, PS2, PS1.
See that's well, that would be the way that they bring in their backwards compatibility.
No, they said right out.
I'm not talking about backwards compatibility, but the ability to play previous games.
Yeah, they
play
said
the old
right out.
library.
They said right out the bat.
PS2
They said
anymore,
this is not a replacement for backwards compatibility. It's not going to be the full list of games at any point anytime soon. They're going to start with some of the older games that people like. Around 2009 is kind of the games they're shooting for. Stuff that was out between 2006, 2009, 2010. That's the stuff they're shooting for at first. The games they showed, however, they showed newer games. They showed Beyond Two Souls. They showed Last of Us. So they showed stuff like that running on the service at CES, hands-on.
I would really hope that they would have for the streaming service, the accessibility to some of the rarer games, like Xenogears has a really limited review. I'm lucky enough to have a physical copy of that game.
That's exactly the kind of stuff that they said they wanted to target. They wanted to target stuff that didn't get a big release, stuff that...
Resident Evil 2 is one of the best games you'll ever play.
Was maybe really popular, but didn't, has seen more of a popularity now that it's older. Mm-hmm. That's the stuff that they said they wanted to target. They said that they recommend a 5 megabyte per second internet connection to make use of the service.
That's not bad.
And they didn't announce any pricing or anything yet. But it is coming in the summertime for United States. So, they'll look at doing other regions after that.
If only we had reliable internet in America.
Yeah, I know. We're not exactly the best test bed for something like that.
That's why Japan's like, yeah, we got this. 10 billion megabits per second. We can do that.
I can send my entire computer across the world in half a second.
Unless you're sending it from here.
Yeah, unless I'm sending
it. And then it'll take like a week.
A month.
It's been 3 months and I'm halfway
I've sent 1 gigabyte.
Oh.
Well, that's not true.
That's not true.
I download games in a couple hours.
Yeah, in a couple hours.
But let's see. One of the... I'll go ahead and announce the big announcement from last night.
Which was? Give me. What you got?
You guys won't care, but
you guys won't care.
We thought it was really interesting that.
Okay, well, what is it? Is it wrestling?
It's wrestling.
WWE Network was announced last night.
It's a streaming service.
It's a streaming service like the MLB service where you are watching nothing. It's like a channel. Okay, it's streaming constantly, but then you have the backlog. So there's
It's Netflix for wrestling.
Yes, Netflix, Hulu Plus. What are you going to say?
Yeah.
Wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be.
Every pay-per-view ever.
Okay, now it's as exciting as I thought it would be.
And
all the new pay-per-views.
I can see that every
are included
every
with your
victory of the taker as it goes.
They're included with your subscription, or do you still have to pay extra for each of those?
No, it's including your subscription. Your $9.99 subscription. So what happens is you have to. It's like you have to be in for 6 months. They don't give you.
Oh, so you don't get pay-per-views until you're in for 6 months.
No.
You have to do 6 months at a time.
6 months at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's
still $60.
It equals one pay-per-view for.
Yeah. So it's $60
for
out of pocket at once.
For $120 though, that is 2 pay-per-views in high def.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for 1 year,
I don't watch 2 pay-per-views in a year hardly.
Yeah, but
hey,
it's not for you.
It's not for you.
You're not a fan of wrestling. It's not for me. I'm not a huge fan of wrestling.
It's for wrestling fans.
It's for Nathan and Marquise.
But you guys can always come over.
And we can come over and watch any pay-per-view.
Because guess what? It's going to be on the app, and the app is going to be on all
Xbox.
Yeah, all the devices.
all the devices.
So, like I said, I could watch the Taker dominate.
We
for
could, you
hours.
know, if
Yes,
the pay-per-view
you could.
sucks, we could say this sucks,
and skip
and we
it.
could watch an old wrestling thing.
You're like, you know
Yeah,
what?
be like,
I
remember when
don't
it was
care.
good?
You're
Yeah,
like,
we could be like, oh
you're
man,
like, Super
remember the
Cena.
glory days?
Done. You're like, let's watch pay
Let's watch some Stone
Is it going to
Cold.
have WCW stuff on it too?
Yes,
WCW,
everything.
ECW,
Everything.
the entire,
Every wrestling thing.
the entire
Yes,
library.
ECW, WCW, WWE. They own
You can
all
sit
of it.
down and go, you
so
know what?
it's
I
all
really
of it.
feel like watching
Period.
some Ricky the
On
Steamboat
demand.
Dragon.
Period.
So like even every television
televised,
episode,
every televised
everything?
event.
How you could watch this?
Every
That's
episode.
actually
pay-per-view.
kind of crazy. I might subscribe
Yeah.
to it for 6 months just to go watch some old stuff.
Dude,
Like,
because how
Where you
awesome
can
is
watch
that?
the Macho
pretty
Man
cool.
when he's all cracked out and stuff.
They have, and they actually are.
He's like, Macho Man's gonna get you.
Actually, you can. And they have new TV shows like, what's it called? The
I'm actually kind of interested.
Legend House.
Legend House.
They're gonna have WrestleMania rewinds, where they actually go through like the WrestleMania process and everything, and they're gonna have they're gonna do pre and post shows for Raw. They're gonna do their own daily studio show. They're gonna. This is
Sounds
very.
like they're going big deal.
They are.
And yeah, their motto is "It's over the top." The first pay-per-view that will be available on this service is WrestleMania 30. Mm-hmm. You're going to get access of everything that's going on before that, which they call Access Weekend.
All the house shows. They're gonna do NXT. It's all that's going to be on that service.
So
It's pretty cool. It's definitely a good value if
I'm
you
not
are
really
a wrestling
fan.
fan, but I'm an old. I prefer
It's an
most of the
amazing
old
value
wrestling
if you're a
stuff.
wrestling fan. If you're a wrestling fan and you don't get this, you're probably an idiot.
yeah, I'm getting it, Marquise.
I don't know.
$10. I mean,
Yeah, $10 a month, you get access to every pay-per-view.
yeah, new, old, whatever.
You get access to every wrestling
relive
thing.
my
You don't even have to
childhood
have
as
a
a
cable box
Hulkamaniac.
to watch.
I know.
Huh?
That's the thing. Like,
Huh?
I won't really need cable if I have this because all the stuff I watch will be on Hulu Plus, Amazon, or the other Netflix. So
every documentary, they're saying they're dumping the library. They're dumping the entire library.
everything they want content, so everything they have is
That's
going
good.
on there.
It's really cool.
So yeah, I really like it
It's
a
really
lot.
neat. It's a good idea.
I definitely be getting it. It's February.
That's the way to handle wrestling.
February
And then it doesn't
24th.
even have to be on regular TV anymore, so I don't even have to see it flipping
That's
through.
pretty much the
I'm just
thing
kidding.
they're going to.
No, you're not kidding.
I mean,
You're like, no, I'm not.
especially if the network takes off, they're going to filter out. They'll filter out Raw and SmackDown off of USA,
Yeah.
Sci-Fi, and say, hey, you have
Yeah,
to pay
I never
for it.
understood why wrestling was on Sci-Fi anyway.
But then when net neutrality goes down the tubes, then the cable providers are going to be like, nah, we're not going to let you watch any of your wrestling network stuff because they don't broadcast on cable TV where we get money.
Dirk Dirk.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah.
So then you're going to have to like shop around for, okay, now which cable provider
But see, that's the thing is,
will let me watch wrestling?
But that's the thing. But it's going to be on apps.
Yeah.
And on your Xbox
So as
and
long as
on
you
your
have it-
tablet.
Yeah, but they're going to block. They won't let that content pass through their network though. If
You don't have to have the key. You can just.
I know, but I'm saying like
Your
when,
ISP
when,
can do that.
Yeah.
when net neutrality falls through, which it probably inevitably will, because there's not enough awareness about it because people don't read and do their own research. But when that falls through, then that can create an issue where they're like, oh, well, you guys pulled all your stuff off our TV network, so we're not going to let your internet viewers watch their stuff through your app on our service.
That'll happen. Anyway. So,
It's interesting, though.
yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, other stuff that went down. Lots of just news and stuff like. There's rumors that The Rock will be joining the Batman Superman movie. They don't know what role he's going to play.
Yeah, I saw that.
People say he might play Killer Croc. He might play Bane. He might play Lobo.
No,
he might play Jon Stewart.
I think they need to leave Bane alone
Jon
for a
Stewart is a black man. He is not The Rock.
There were the rumors. Listen, rumors also had Denzel Washington as Jon Stewart.
Okay, I could do Denzel.
Okay,
But Denzel might be too big for a Superman movie.
they got Ben Affleck.
And?
He's an A-list actor too.
Yeah, but Denzel actually has some respect for himself.
That's true too.
Or the fact that Denzel might not be a comic book fan like Ben Affleck is.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Affleck he reads comic books and stuff. So
there's also like a
okay.
there's been a bunch of TV and film news and stuff like.
I need to confirm a rumor real quick,
Yeah.
just to make sure. I'm pretty sure you guys know who's doing the voice of Groot in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Vin Diesel. What do you think about that?
I'm okay with it because he's
'cause
literally saying I am Groot.
I knew he had been seen at the studio, like at the building coming out with a bunch of comics and stuff. So I was hoping he'd be playing something soon, and I'm glad it's not the Vision.
Yeah, he's gonna be Groot.
That makes sense to me.
Bradley Cooper's playing Rocket Raccoon.
Okay, that's gonna be awesome.
Have you seen the picture yet? Mm-hmm. That the lineup picture. Mm-hmm. That looks awesome. It's my screen.
Dude, I don't like it. I don't like the picture. I think that he does not look like Star-Lord. He looks like a goofy Star-Lord.
One, it's only the lineup.
Chris Pratt.
It's only the lineup photo, and two, you don't know if an outfit changes or not happen.
He needs to do something with that hair because it looks stupid.
You mean his stylists do?
I don't care.
Because it's not like he goes on set and goes, I did my own hair today for the movie.
Well, he's got really wavy, curly hair, and it's just like a poof.
Can't you just straighten it?
I would like the
or get
people
a wig,
to do
or
that.
just shave it, or
anything.
or CG it.
Well, I mean, you look at Chris Evans. He's got a wig on for Captain America and looks fine.
Oh, there's rumors that he might die in Age of Ultron.
Who?
Steve Rogers.
Yeah, because
that makes sense.
Because Evans wants out of his contract.
What?
These geniuses, they're starting to realize that they signed on for these 9-picture deals and realize these movies are coming out pretty behind each other.
Yeah, but these movies are also doing one thing, making lots of money. I mean,
well,
really.
He probably is getting tired of having to be all buff and stuff for these movies.
They're saying the process of getting extremely jacked and then coming down and have to come back and get extremely jacked again is really tough on them. Hemsworth doesn't mind as much because he's always been a big dude.
Yeah.
But Evans is not a really big dude.
Yeah.
So
that's why I didn't want them to pick him in the beginning. He does a good job. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't want them to pick him.
And in the end, if let's say, okay, let's go Avengers 3, Infinity Gauntlet, universe reboot.
Yeah.
All new characters.
New actors.
All new actors.
That'd be the easiest way to do everything because then you can reboot all of them.
Yep, pretty much.
And by that time,
you can get a younger Stark. You can get a much younger Tony Stark, a much younger Cap.
You don't need RDJ. So.
As long as they don't do it like they did the Heroes Forever thing, which was terrible.
Heroes Reborn?
Heroes Reborn, thank you.
Yeah.
Heroes Reborn was after Onslaught. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, that was terrible.
Onslaught was just bad.
There's
bringing Onslaught back.
Let's see. They're adding Toad in X-Men Days of Future Past.
Toad?
Yeah.
Are they gonna have that sweet joke with Halle Berry?
She'll be in it.
What happens to Toad?
She'll be
struck
in
by
it.
lightning.
Yeah.
Same thing happens to everything else. That was the most awful joke.
Yeah. Well,
it wasn't even funny.
No, a lot of these superhero movies are starting to add a lot of characters, and a lot of people think a lot of movies will be character overload.
Character bloat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we haven't seen that before.
Like Justice League is, Batman, Superman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they keep adding more stuff.
They keep adding more
Justice League movie.
Just call it Justice
It's
League.
gonna be ridiculous.
Let's call it Justice League, and we'll be okay with it.
I want to see Aquaman.
It should be a build up to Justice League.
Well, they need
DC doesn't know what they're doing.
DC doesn't know how to build up anything.
They want the money. They want people to come out and see it.
Yeah.
And
see,
what Fox is trying to do at their city, they're trying to say, okay, let's put X-Men and Fantastic Four together because God knows we need to keep these franchises because we can't get a good Fantastic Four movie off the ground.
No one can get a good Fantastic Four movie off the ground.
Future Foundation. That's all there is to it.
Because then you can add Spider-Man.
Yep.
See, Marvel bought that.
Yep.
To make sure they can't go Future Foundation.
And honestly, I don't want to watch
Fantastic Four. DC's probably like, okay, so Return of Superman was awful. Superman, Man of Steel was good, but it was not. It was the best Superman movie, but then again, it's not hard to be the best Superman movie because all of the Superman movies are pretty bad.
He fights a computer 3D.
Come on, Suit! You gotta beat that computer, though, Suit! Oh, it's awful. But
Kryptonite rays. Oh,
and then he had
He's shaking his head.
Anyway, and then but Man of Steel was pretty good. I'm actually kind of wanting to hope that I can get unlock Zod and that costume for Zod for Injustice because it looks awesome.
I was gonna say you should have bought Man of Steel because it went on sale like 1,000,000 times over the.
Well, I hadn't recently seen it because I was skeptical, but throwing Batman into the mix.
And then throwing Wonder Woman.
Into the mix and saying still trying to say that it's a Superman movie is basically them going, "Hey, look." They're like, oh, it's a Superman movie. Everyone's like, Superman's not that good. And they're like, oh, it's shiny. Look over here. It's Batman. Batman's not enough for you. Oh my gosh, we've got Wonder Woman over here. Oh my gosh, because Wonder Woman will never have her own movie. So we'll just put her in this one. And
Which is sad.
And if they threw Green Lantern in there, they could have the big conflict, which would be kind of like the New 52's start of the Justice League, where they all kind of hate each other, but it's a team up, a necessity to save the world, and then they stick together as a team. Which would be cool, because then you could launch the Justice League movie. You just gotta throw Aquaman and Martian Manhunter in the mix.
I'm just excited to watch Justice League War when it comes out on Blu-ray here soon.
I actually really want to see it. I think I might purchase that.
Or
borrow it off of you like I normally do when you buy it for Epic.
Yeah, I might borrow it off you, and I'm not gonna.
I've already pre-ordered it. So it'll hit Netflix. So
because
Flashpoint
Paradox was amazing.
Flashpoint was awesome.
Flashpoint was
come on. You don't want to see what happens next?
No,
I do.
Oh, I want to see what happens next. I want there to be a Night of Owls movie.
That would be sweet.
Because then there's all new voices now, and I gotta sit there and put up all new guys trying to be Superman and Batman.
Let it happen. Just let it happen.
I don't know.
They'll pull your hair.
It's called Kevin Conroy. He is the Batman. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to replace him.
Kevin Conroy's the Batman.
He's the Batman.
I don't know.
Have you seen that Daily Show episode with him and Kevin Conroy and Tim Daly? Oh my goodness, it's hilarious. If you go on YouTube and just look for it, and Tim Daly and Sam do the show called The Daily Show and whatever, and or something like that. I forget the name title. They have a thing, and they invite friends over and stuff, and they did one episode with Kevin Conroy, and they did their lines from like their TV shows, and Kevin Conroy did the "I Am Vengeance" line. I was like a fanboy squeal. I was like,
that's one of my favorite parts of Batman Beyond, with the episode where Shriek is first introduced, and he's trying to talk Bruce Wayne to jump out the window, and he's like, I knew the voice wasn't real and I wasn't crazy. And he's like, why? It's like, because the voice kept calling me Bruce. And in my head, that's not what I call myself.
Oh!
Like, Terry was like, holy crap. And he's like, fair enough. That's my name now. I was like, Terry McGinnis, you are awesome, but you will never be Bruce Wayne awesome.
Bruce Wayne awesome. Yeah.
He was like, in my head, that's not what I call myself. And I was like, I love this show.
Well, they got that new, I don't know if you guys have mentioned it. I had to step out because work called.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a state of emergency in 5 counties in West Virginia due to water poisoning.
Yeah, chemical leak.
Yep. Anyways.
Is Wood one of them?
No.
Good, because I like to drink water.
No, it's around Charleston.
Oh, that's good, because I never go there.
Yeah. So we're all like, bottled water. Water purification.
I got the Brita filter, man.
Is it like
that will not save you from a chemical leak?
No, it will not. It definitely won't. You can't boil chemicals away. But no, they're doing the Jim Gordon prequel show with a young Bruce Wayne somewhere in there. I'm talking like 10 or something.
Yeah, child Bruce Wayne.
Child Bruce Wayne. It just sounds terrible. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's Fox doing it. And
that means it's going to be bad.
I like Sleepy Hollow. I love Almost Human. I love it. I'm not gonna.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. Brooklyn Nine-Nine was amazing this week. Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Do you know who was on?
No.
Craig Robinson.
Awesome.
He was hilarious.
I like Craig Robinson.
He was like the opposite of him on The Office. It was more like just goofy him. Just so goofy. And at the end, he's like, see you, suckers! It was so funny. Anyways. Love that show. Brooklyn
Nine-Nine. Ben Kingsley's going to be starring in the next Marvel one-shot movie.
What is it?
Mini movie. Reprising his roles, the Trevor guy from Iron Man 3. It's gonna be like him in prison, and we're gonna discover that although he wasn't the Mandarin, the company the thing that he the 10 rings is a real thing, and there is a real Mandarin.
Neat. Is he actually Chinese?
Probably.
Like the Mandarin should have been?
Probably.
If they pick any of the many Asian actors that are out there now that are very good.
Please speak.
That would be too awesome. I'll be honest with you. That would be too awesome.
That would be just because he could be he was Ra's al Ghul and the Mandarin. That's just
It'd be like,
that'd be awesome sauce.
Well, he was fake Roz.
he was crushed by debris, Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Yo, that's some
But he
weak
had
Roz
look.
right there. Weak Roz.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's really the only problem I had with Nolan's Batman is he tried to take a realistic-esque approach to
The
some
only
of
problem I had with Nolan's Batman
was the third one?
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree.
That was the only thing wrong.
That's the
with
only
what
thing
he
I
did.
didn't like. The Dark Knight Rises, if he would have been like, thrown that out, been fine.
Yeah.
You know, if
Because
we
Batman,
knew that, though...
Batman never quits. And
Yeah,
Gordon, why would you?
It only needed to be 2 movies.
Yeah.
But we wanted a third. We thought we want more.
I thought I wanted a good movie.
Yeah, we all wanted a good third movie.
What?
Bane? Awesome.
Sounds
Catwoman?
great.
Awesome.
Oh, let's have him played by this guy that's not Hispanic and that's tiny.
Yeah.
And this girl
Dude, he
that
was not tiny in that movie. I'm sorry.
He's
Actually,
pretty
the-
tiny.
the-
He's pretty flabby.
He's
not Bane.
No,
I was-
Bane is like 6'9".
Yeah, but
Bane
there was
is like
there was
6'9"
nothing
and
about
ripped.
Venom. He didn't like. there was
No.
no
Yeah.
Venom.
No.
No.
Like that was the whole point
It's
of
like,
Bane.
let's take everything that you love about Bane, the costume, the character, the Venom itself,
Actually, that was
the
a-
tubes. Let's take all that. Let's just
throw
get
them.
rid of all of it.
and have some unexplained.
Let's
and
have a guy that lived in a hole.
Perpetually painful face wound that needs some strange mask that does not explain why or how it works, so that if one of the tubes come loose, he's in extreme pain. And
It's just delivering pain medication constantly.
Yeah, you're like, you think that stuff would
terrible.
have healed.
Yeah, you think that someone would have done something.
Or if you have billions of dollars spanning a worldwide assassin, world-changing network, could have, I don't know, maybe paid for some doctors to fix his face.
Speaking of
Perhaps.
the League of
Shadows.
they call it the League of Assassins.
He was afraid he'd lose
in
his
Arrow.
voice. He was afraid he'd lose his voice. That's why.
Because it is League of Assassins.
Eli?
Yeah,
Arrow's going the comic book route. It is the League of Assassins.
right.
He was afraid he'd lose that magnificent voice.
Are you man enough to fortunate, man?
It's so sad that they did that.
like a cup of tea?
He was a giant wrestler. He was from Mexico, or I'm sorry, South America, technically.
He was awesome.
He was on drugs.
He was on drugs,
I actually just
and he
watched.
was really smart.
I actually watched.
Yeah,
that
he was
episode
crazy
of
smart. He's
of
a
Batman-
master tactician.
Batman Beyond, where like it showed like Bane was all just his body was so worn out, but like where they had the slapper things, where it was like little pieces of paper with the venom extract, and that was a really sweet episode.
When he busts in, Bane, where's the Venom?
And he's just
like,
in that life support thing, and he's like. I mean, I love how they look at some of the villains that way, and it was
The Freeze episode was amazing.
Batman Beyond has some really good things to it. It
has
just,
a lot of good things.
I think that's one of those things. If they brought it back now, it wouldn't survive.
Well, Terry
because-
McGinnis is joining the DCU.
Does that mean they're bringing Warhawk into the DCU?
No. You understand? He's coming to the current DCU timeline.
Oh, he's coming to Earth.
Yes.
Coming to America.
He's coming to America.
Whoa!
Yes, Terry McGinnis is coming to the present. So
Why?
that
Have they explained that yet?
Don't know.
I'm kind of interested because
So that's going to be
Batman.
interesting as Terry McGinnis joins the Bat family in the present.
Doesn't make
which
sense,
means
but okay.
he's
No, well,
technically.
It's gonna be.
I guess they needed a new Batman.
Instead of Batman and Two-Face, it's gonna be Batman and Batman.
Yeah, Batman and Batman Beyond.
Batman.
'Cause, well, now that Damien's dead, they needed a new wing
that Nightwing might die.
Wow!
Yeah.
Nightwing's so cool.
There was a big Thanksgiving picture spread out with all the Bat characters for the upcoming thing, and Nightwing was not in the group.
Well, that's because
And
he's the
he
new
is-
Ion.
Yeah, he has been captured.
Shut up! You shut your mouth. Actually, no. I like Dick Grayson enough that he could become Ion, and I would be happy because
Since he's been captured
You're a
by
terrible
the crime syndicate. So.
no. What if Dick Grayson became Earth's 2814's Yellow Lantern?
That would be something, but he's not.
He's not cool enough like
No.
Batman.
You know that Agent Carter might get a series,
Yeah, they're talking about that. It's weird.
and Loki's gonna get a one shot in the next Thor movie.
Isn't he wanting to get out of
well,
the contract?
Hiddleston?
Yeah, I heard somewhere.
No,
No, Thor is.
Oh,
Yeah,
But not
Hiddleston,
Loki.
Hiddleston loves his job.
Dude,
Hiddleston used to go out and make people. He's evil all day. He loves being.
and he doesn't have to get ripped. He just has to wear a black wig and a crazy outfit, and
just
silly.
go off. That's
and just walk around
Yeah.
and talk.
That's
all
spinach.
awesome.
And
yeah,
people love it, and he loves the job. And there's so many. If you go on Tumblr and look up Tom Hiddleston things, there's a billion of them, and they're all like how fun it would be to work with that guy.
I don't know. I like the current actor for Thor. He does it very well, but you could probably just get someone else to fit the role.
They're gonna James Bond it, so
Yeah, they're gonna. I can see Avengers 3 at the end when they're trying to stop them. The universe is going to end. What we can do? We gotta reset the universe. Boom.
And then they bring in the new actors, and they're like, "These are the people that are going to take over." Or what if it was instead of Thor? If Thor was replaced by Better Ray Bill?
That would be sick.
what?
I'd laugh. I'd be
or
like,
if Thor was replaced by Thunderstrike. Oh, Thunderstrike.
Well, it'd be funny if what was Thor's alter ego originally? What was his
Donald
name?
Blake.
Yeah, if Donald Blake became
it's just a movie
Thunderstrike.
about Blake. Just like it's like movies like not about Thor whatsoever. It's just Blake.
It's like,
being all
hey,
pathetic and sad.
Remember when I used to
Used to
date the girl that's played by Natalie Portman? Remember that?
No, we don't.
Hey,
No, okay.
we have you guys seen Shield this week?
I saw it. It wasn't bad, but once again, they failed
wasn't.
to reveal anything critical.
Yeah,
So it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
it wasn't.
It wasn't good.
This is the NCIS of superhero shows.
Oh, so they all wear
play it safe, and they try to make that camaraderie, and they try to
they
make
all
it
wear
so
sunglasses.
I didn't get to watch it. I did see that they allegedly stole art from Mass Effect 3.
What?
Maybe it wasn't this past week, but it was like the December 10th episode. Allegedly, there was some concept art from Mass Effect 3, and it looks like they had used that art in the background, modified it slightly, in the background of one of their shots where there was like a field with a big like tractor moving earth or something.
Ooh.
And it looks like they stole concept art from Mass Effect 3.
That'd be funny.
That's
And it's like it's more than just a little suspect.
I'm gonna hit the
I saw the
interwebs tonight and look for
comparison.
that.
I saw the comparison of the things, and it's more than just a little suspect. It's a little too close.
Is it as bad a Photoshop job as when Eddie Brock was framing Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3?
Yes.
Ha
Who got that reference? Oh,
Not many people.
Not many people.
Like,
We're
that
totally
movie's bad.
Where Eddie Brock was a better Peter Parker than Peter Parker was in that movie. Because Peter Parker just brushed his hair to the side and started dancing. Oh, my childhood cried.
Oh, boy.
Almost as
All
much
right.
as when Michael Bay announced he was making Ninja Turtles movie.
All right, welcome to the finale. We're crying tears of not joy, sadness, and New Year's.
The
So,
sharpest blue knot.
Pretty excited, yeah.
Coming up in the pipe.
Well,
You guys ready?
work needs to be done because we have not been on our site for a while.
I'm ready to get back into writing.
I'm ready to get back into the groove.
We have a new year, guys. We got new games coming out in.
Yeah,
Let's
new
see,
movies,
next month.
new comics.
Was it Thief comes out next month, doesn't it?
I haven't played a Thief game in
Thief
almost a decade.
4?
Yeah.
Thief 4
Then,
comes out. Titanfall comes out in March.
I'm
Yep.
excited for Titanfall. I'm actually going to upgrade my graphics cards for it.
Metal Gear. Oh, jeez. Metal Gear Zeros. PC.
PC's better for shooters, I'm not going to lie.
I'm excited for Titanfall. I'm going to open the case and put it in my Xbox One.
Bam.
Meh.
The Metal Gear Solid Zero, Ground Zeroes, whatever that
The
comes
Witcher
out
3 comes
in March,
out.
doesn't it?
Witcher 3.
Ground Zeroes, I believe.
Witcher 3's good.
Witcher 3 comes out in the next couple of months, right?
Maybe.
Perhaps, if it's not
Perhaps.
delayed again.
I kind of want to play Ground Zeroes just because of the fact that...
Because it looks amazing!
Well, no, it's a high definition next gen Peace Walker, which that's pretty
No,
awesome.
it's not like that at all.
No, it's got elements though.
Not really.
They said it had elements.
Who said this? Kojima?
Hideo Kojima.
I don't trust Kojima.
You're like, I don't-
you can't
Peace
trust him.
Walker is way different.
You can't trust him. As
I'm
far
not
as you
saying
can throw him.
overall. I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
gonna have,
when you're
it's gonna
when
have
you're
some
like,
multiplayer
no,
elements.
Kojima, be straight with me on. Give me a hint of what this game's gonna be like, and he'll be like,
It's going to be.
well, it'll have a Peace Walker element, and then you get there and you're like, this is not like Peace Walker.
This is like Zone of
Metal Gear
Enders.
2.
This is Zone of Enders 3.
It's Zone of
Thank
Enders
you.
3.
just call it Zone of
Actually,
Enders 3, please.
they might be making Zone of Enders 3.
Woohoo!
I'm
So-
going to be looking into some stuff about a lot of Marvel stuff.
You know what else? You know what else is going on this month? You know
who's
what's going on
killing
this
the
month,
Watcher?
Marquise?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Indie Gen Con pre-registration.
That's right.
All 4 days, baby! Yeah!
You better get on it.
I'm so excited.
I would say if they've got a VIP pass, you might want to.
I'm looking at that already.
Yes.
I've already been getting emails about it. I'm gonna do it too.
Practice with your phone. Film some stuff. Get some.
Okay, I'll get my video exposure.
Get a little video. Get some pictures.
Okay.
Be like, this is Steve's Corner of Awesome.
Well, I do have a lot of
Make a theme
Artwork.
song that goes like beep 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 beep. Or something like that.
do. Oh wait, that's license.
Yeah.
Uh oh.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. YouTube might just take us off for that 2 seconds of music.
Oh, yeah, that's news too. All the copyright stuff that's been going on with YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Like
dude.
everybody's a mess. Like it's
Major YouTube.
all their
stars
content
have been
flagging is
being-
just retarded right now.
Angry Joe went on a rampage about that.
I love Angry Joe.
He went on the tirade. He was like, "All my stuff that I was with the people who made it is being flagged by the people who made it. That makes no sense."
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't
So
at all.
he's like, I was in their studio, and like a lot of people are just going through and having a lot of issues. A lot of people.
It's just creating a lot of work because most of the stuff is getting resolved and taken back. But it just creates a lot of work for the people that are sitting there doing that because they got to sit there and wait. And the whole time that the thing is in question, they're not getting any ad money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Lame.
Yeah.
Lame.
So it might get a couple 100,000 views while it's sitting there waiting to be reviewed.
yeah, so
Nope.
Nope.
So you might as well put it as a private in that time until it's done because there's no point
There's
whatsoever.
no point in having it up because you're not gonna you're not gonna be making anything off of it.
No. And then it's just delaying your work, which is crap.
I mean,
Come on, people.
Comic Line is like a lot of their stuff now. It's like not even like a U.S. like not even allowed in the U.S.
I've been getting certain.
I've been
videos.
trying to play their videos and they wouldn't like those videos wouldn't even play.
I've been getting certain videos that I can't watch in the U.S. and
Yeah.
it's really obnoxious. I think one was a Mass Effect related video that I was really interested in seeing, and because it was talking about lore and certain connections between certain things, and it was like not able to view in the U.S. and I was like, done
a lot of
with
people,
this,
a
done
lot of
with
people,
this
just, a
internet
lot of people
adventure.
just blocking it off the U.S. right now.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
I went on YouTube to watch a Comic Line video. and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. This video's not available in the U.S. I'm like, that's strange.
Yeah.
I have not encountered this.
I've encountered it
I have
several
encountered-
times.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's
I was
not
going to
fun.
say, I think I
Makes me sad.
might have.
Do you
and
remember
didn't
the
know.
video?
No, I don't. Well, let me see if it's on my
Well,
YouTube.
anyways, let's
Well,
wrap this up, guys.
Wrapping
so,
this up to the the good stuff.
Everybody
Wrapping
goes-
it up.
Anyways, thank you for joining us. And now, Steve.
Well, you forgot to mention that we are, check us out on timerust.com.
Well, he does
What?
at the
I
end.
didn't do that.
He does at
That's
the
at
end.
the end.
But you can play more
Steve,
games.
It's the
Steve.
last thing.
Steve, that's the
it's-
last thing.
You're
We know. We
You wanna
know.
know
What's your tagline,
Yes,
Steve?
Steve's
Let's play more
tagline.
games.
Okay.
Here we go. Play more games, people.
My tagline is do stuff.
Buy more comics.
And check us out on timerust.com. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/timerust, youtube.com/timerust. We're on Twitter. And guess what? It's on the Facebook that you can find it out.
Yay.
So check us out. Also on timerust.com is all of our information for contacting us. Send us an email. Let us know your thoughts, your dreams, your hopes, your fears. We might give a crap.
TimeRustBrainTrust@gmail.com.
Yes.
Yay!
One of these days, somebody's gonna send us an email.
We got an email actually.
We're gonna like
Well,
read 'em.
I keep getting
An important
spammed in
email.
the comments of some
Yeah,
things
that's
I've
it.
written. It's not very
yeah,
fun.
no, it's not very fun. All right, thank you, everyone.
You guys are getting comments.
Yeah.
I haven't got a comment since the first one I got. Later.
Let's take her easy.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.